Instrument shoot.
Hey, man, encore that right there.
I don't play any instruments. I'm not a MILF. I'm not a NILF. I'm super single, super sexually inactive. Sometimes I take pregnancy tests just because I know I'll pass. Negative. Love it. Did you guys have a good Independence Day?
Yeah.
Everybody had some fun? I enjoy freedom. Do you enjoy freedom?
Yeah.
I enjoy freedom. I love freedom. I have so many white friends. Nobody asked me to pick cotton at work today. I went to get a Costco membership over the weekend. They didn't even ask to check my credit. They just assumed it's bad, but you know, it's fine, that's cool. Yeah, I can't believe we used to have slavery in this country. It just blows my mind that we used to have slavery for so long. I bet it wouldn't have lasted that long if Oprah was around during slave days. She would have just gone to the White House and had a little chat with Lincoln over one of those Oprah chai lattes. And then she would just come out and walk into the field and be like, "How do you get some freedom? How do you get some freedom? And everybody get some freedom!" And a donkey, because there weren't forward focuses yet. So, not yet. Yeah, so I enjoy being free. This past 4th of July, I just celebrated my 2nd year of freedom from obesity. I used to weigh over 300 pounds, which is pretty much like wearing John Goodman as a coat, 365 days out of the year. Very sweaty, uncomfortable experience. I wrote a couple of books about it. You may have read them, 50 Shades of Crazy. Yeah. And the sequel, Eat, Pray, Eat Some More. I started making a movie about it, but I heard somebody took the title already. This little movie called The Hunger Games, something like that. Yeah, so it was really a sucky experience. So now, you know, life, I thought it would be a lot different. I thought it would be a lot better not being obese. I just imagined life would be like a Pitbull video. Like I would just be on a yacht and all these like sexy men would be like serving me calorie-free pina coladas, like, "Here, mommy, have another one. It's actually negative calories." But it's not like that. I just run more. I run very slowly. I used to beat myself up about it, but it's like, it's okay. I'm not a freaking Kenyan. I'm like barely black. I'm like the gateway black. I'm like the black friend that you invite to Thanksgiving to show your family you're not racist. So I figure it's okay for me to run very, 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 very slowly. So that's all I do now. I just go running and I wear Lululemon pants and I listen to Miley Cyrus. So the moral of the story is you lose 150 pounds and you just transform yourself from a fat black woman into a white girl from the Palisades. That's what happens. It's just not as sexy as I wanted it to be, unfortunately. Yeah. So that's too bad. And it's weird because, you know, I never did drugs. Food was really just my thing. So like Girl Scout cookies, that was like my drug, right? And the Girl Scouts were like my little dealers. And they're so deceitful with those names of the cookies. A Thin Mint will not make you thin. Who did this? I mean, at least with the Samoans, the Samoas, you kind of are onto something. Like if you've seen a Samoan, so you know if you eat that cookie, you're gonna be in trouble, right? Oh my gosh, yeah, that was rough. And it's weird because sometimes I'll forget for a second that I'm not big anymore, and I'll have these really awkward moments. So like when I'm flying, for example, one time I got on this plane, and I had the window seat, and there were already people in the center and in the aisle, and I said, "Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I gotta squeeze in, I'm in the corner." And this woman looks at me and she said, "Oh, that's all right, I saw some big people coming down the aisle, we're excited to see you." And I thought, should I say something? Should I like stick up for my fat brethren? But rule number 1 about Fat Club is you don't talk about Fat Club. Especially once you get out of Fat Club. Because we don't have a secret handshake, we have a milkshake. That's how that works, yeah. But I do date a lot more now that I'm not obese. I do date a lot more. I really haven't learned much from dating. I'm not really good at it. The only thing that I've learned from dating so far is how to hold a fart for 2 hours. That's it. far as I've gotten. It's really weird to watch. My dating life is very much like Star Wars. If I don't like the guy, I'm very calm. I'm like Yoda. I'm like, pay for my dinner or not, there is no try. Meet your family or not, I do not care. But if I like the guy, I get super nervous, and then I just turn into Chewbacca, and he starts asking me these questions. He's like, so what do you like to do for fun? And I'm like, so what's your favorite movie? And then the big question, can I see you again? And then I just flee, go to another galaxy. It's just, it's so awkward. It's so awkward. I'm really not good at it at all. I used to date an Australian, and the irony is he hated big people. He absolutely hated big people. He was astonished by the morbid obesity in America. We went to KFC a lot together because he said it tasted better than KFC in Australia. But he was just like mesmerized by how big our KFC options were, and he was just like so disgusted by it. I mean, we go in there and he's like, why the heck do you have a 12-piece bucket, right? Like, what do you need 12 pieces of chicken for? In Australia, we got like the 8-piece bucket and the 10-piece bucket. It's like 2 pieces a person, couple extra for your neighbour, and you're good to go. And then you throw in a biscuit and you're good to go, right? Like, why do you need 12 pieces of chicken? Can't get chicken in a bucket? Why do you gotta have a bucket of chicken? And it's not even real chicken. Real chickens don't have 8 breasts and 15 thighs and 30 wings. It's like some super chicken. They grow it on a line in a lab. Yeah, he was very judgmental about that. And I told that joke before, and somebody said, oh, did you ever go visit him in Australia? And I said, yes. And they said, isn't Australia known for being kind of racist? Did you have any problems? And I said, well, actually, yeah, I did get called the N-word once, but wasn't as bad as getting called the F-word, fat. Because I can't help being brown, but I should have stopped myself from that 50th Twinkie when I was 3 years old. So I felt kind of responsible for that. So yeah, Australia was really, really interesting. I'm still obsessed with weight and food and dieting. In fact, one of my favorite shows is this show on BBC America. It's called Super Size versus Super Skinny. Anybody seen it? Anybody seen that one?
Yes.
One guy, yes! You have BBC America?
Hell yes.
Are you single?
I am.
I am looking for a guy with a good cable. We need to talk after. Yes, like, this is happening. This is I will buy you calamari as long as it's free. Super size versus super skinny, right? So if you haven't seen the show, they take 2 people, one super skinny person and one morbidly obese person, and they make them switch food plans for a week. Yeah, to kind of shock them into eating better. So the host comes on and she introduces them, and first she talks about the larger person, and she says, first we're going to meet George. George weighs 492 pounds. For breakfast, he has 16 loaves of bacon, 15 loaves of bread. You didn't know bacon came in loaves, right? But they do. And a toddler. This is all, it's breakfast. Let's talk to George, shall we? So George comes on. I like takeaway, I like Italian food. I don't like Chinese food though, because they give you them little cookies with advice inside. Last one I read said, stop eating, so put that back. And then the hostess comes back on. Now let's talk to Janet. Janet weighs 98 pounds. For breakfast, she has air. For lunch, she has a carrot. And Janet comes on. I like takeaway too. And I like snacks. Sometimes if I get real hungry, I lick a potato chip. Then I put it back in the bag and save it for later. So they switch diets, and then, Janet gains maybe like a half a pound, and George loses like 60 pounds, then he eats Janet. So, then they gotta find more people. So that's my favorite show. I tried to do the online dating thing for a little while. That was very awkward. You meet all kinds of strange characters. Just people lying about all kinds of things. You guys heard about the catfishing phenomenon? Anybody ever do the catfish? Yeah. Yeah, my guy, exactly. You got cable like you know about catfishing. This is it. We're getting married, like in the parking lot. Yeah, catfishing. It's when somebody posts a picture of themselves and you get there and it's a completely different person. Yeah, that's really creepy. So I met this one guy, and I've never been catfished, but I have been tilapia'd. So I showed up, and the guy was the same person in the picture, but it was him from 20 years ago. Yeah, so that's how tilapia happens. I went out with another guy. He was like super duper cheap. We met at Starbucks, and he got there first, and then I got there, and I said, do you think we should get some coffee maybe, because we're at Starbucks perhaps? And he says, I don't believe in paying for food or drink out, but if you come to my apartment, I can make you a salad for free. Yes, he was dead serious. So on our second date, yes, this is true, I have no standards. You gotta give everybody a chance, you know, you gotta give everybody a chance. So on our second date, we went bowling, and then he said, do you want to listen to a mixtape in my car? So we got in his car, and we're talking, we're listening to the mixtape, and then he says, would you like to try my nuts? And I'm like, this is why my mom did not want me to get a computer. This is what happens on To Catch a Predator. Everything's going fine, you're bowling, and then he whips out his nuts. So he reaches behind the passenger seat and he pulls out a tub of Costco signature cashews. Yeah. So the wedding is next week. You're all invited at Starbucks. Bring your own drinks. We won't be covering that. So that's how that date went. Very exciting times. The dating is just, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It sucks to be single in LA. Or anywhere, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I should go back online. But yeah, it's kind of rough. So I figure, you know, by now those Girl Scouts that sold me cookies, they should have grown up, and they probably have hot brothers. So that's all I got. Thanks, guys. You've been amazing.
All right, guys, I'm just going to bring your headline up. This guy's ready for MTV. Please give it up for Miguel Fierro.